This one is, it's kind of a coincidence. I wrote it about a month ago now, and it just happens that the charity this month is for a women's shelter. This is a story about someone who is very, very dear to me, even though I don't see her as much as I should. A bit of background is I used to work as a support worker for asylum seekers, for unaccompanied minors who came into the UK all by themselves with no parents and went into the care of social services. This is somebody that I met along the way. It was one of my favourite jobs. It was probably my favourite job that I've ever had, not without heartbreak, but it was interesting and I miss it. And I'm still in touch with this person who used to be my client, but she's more like a little sister to me now. So this is a completely true story. I will tell you the happy ending in her life after the poem, but with the poem you're just going to have to bear with me because it's not all that happy. She said, "I'm happy." I wondered how she possibly could be. So far now from her mother country, so far now from any trace of family, treated strangely here for being Somali. She said, "I'm happy." How happy can someone be who never knew their mother? Raised by grandma away from all 7 brothers, scarred legs from hot oil thrown by a soldier, intimate parts mutilated so she can never feel pleasure. But still, he made her happy. Yeah, grandma found her someone to marry. He didn't mind that she couldn't cook, because the very sight of cooking oil made her so shook. He gave her his hand, his patience, his time. But when she fled, she had to leave him behind. Still, she said, "I'm happy." The word seemed lost as it passed from her lips, like it found itself in a place where only sadness should live. I wondered what part of that adjective she knew, how her feeling this way could ever possibly be true. I sat with her at the Home Office that Tuesday afternoon. They made her tell them everything and relive what she'd been through, how they beat her and raped her and how she never ever knew where she was even going the first time she flew, how she landed in England and shivered to the bone. The agent she had travelled with just left her on her own, how her tribe were being persecuted and executed back home, and if she ever returned, there'd be nowhere to go. Because her village was destroyed right before her eyes. She doesn't know who else even survived, whether that sweet, kind man she married is still alive, whether somehow, by the grace of God, one day they'd reunite. She said, "I'm happy." I wanted so badly to believe, but knowing her story, joy was hard to conceive. Her middle names told them what tribe she was from. She said she wanted them removed because her name was too long, but the truth is that she didn't want to be judged by her Somali college peers who still held a grudge. Why did they bring that mentality here? She asked to the sky with 2 eyes filled with tears. I just want to forget. The past won't let me be. I see it in their faces as they coldly look at me. She said, "I'm happy." And I looked at her confused. She looked back at me, eyes deeper and darker than her truth. She said, "I'm happy that all those people do is look. They can't hurt me or kill me now or keep me from my books. Back in Somalia, they may have been a danger, but here, all they are to me is familiar-looking strangers." And and I'm thankful for the opportunity to educate myself. I'm thankful I escaped and that I still have my health. And the room that I have in the house that I share is really cold sometimes and empty and bare. But I'm happy I can go out all day without fear, knowing on my return, my house will still be there. I'm blessed with a housemate who's helping me learn to cook without letting painful memories burn. I can't use oil yet, I can't bring myself to, but I'm happy with my progress. One day I'll cook for you. I'm happy in the faith that my husband is safe. If he didn't make it, inshallah, he's in a better place. Can't you see? These tears like tiny rivers down my face are bittersweet. A lot has changed since I'm in the UK. Like every time I washed my feet to pray, I used to cry. Now I see those scars and thank God that I'm alive. See, safety was never my blanket at night. Stability never was a part of my life. If you walked in what should be an innocent daylight, you'd step on shadows cast by bodies being feasted on by flies. I'm happy. Now I only see these things in my mind. And they granted me asylum so I can leave it all behind. I'm free from the fear. What a beautiful gift. And today, I'm just happy to see you, sis. That's all.